Shut up and sit down.
I don't get starstruck too often. I mean, all right, so I do. I'm probably lying to you a little bit. I do kind of freak out when Barry Alvarez is on here or Wayne Larrivee or Matt LePay. I mean, and the list will go on. We're going to have some unbelievable guests coming up here on Inside Wisconsin as this thing continues. But I got to be honest, I'm super jacked about that episode and what we just did with those guys in the weather realm here in Wisconsin. The weather nerd in me is ecstatic. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, we had something major happen here in Wisconsin, and Mark actually mentioned it. The Bucks won the championship for the first time in 50 years. And we're doing this thing now on Inside Wisconsin called a slice of cheese, where somebody like you and I are just doing something really cool, and we want to tell you about it. And so I hope you enjoy this quick chat with a guy named Ben Tajnai. He just happened to be the Bucks' lucky charm, singing the national anthem for all of the Bucks playoff games, including that amazing Game 6 where we knocked it dead. And then, of course, he sang for the parade and saying we are the champions at the celebration. Super cool dude. I talked to him the day that the Bucks clinched the title. Enjoy this conversation, a slice of cheese with Wisconsin's own Ben Tajnai.
Shut up and sit down.
Ben Tajnai, the Bucks national anthem singer, and some call him the Lucky Charm, joining us this morning on a slice of cheese here on Inside Wisconsin. Ben, what is up? Thanks for taking some time for us.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so you're a busy cat. Like, I don't know what time you got up this morning or went to bed, but it is Bucks in 6 day.
Yep.
And you were singing the national anthem on like literally every newscast across the state. Did you sleep last night? Where are we at?
No, I didn't sleep at all. So basically,
Literally?
I got up I couldn't fall asleep because I was so excited about the game in the first place. But then I had to also wake up and be at one of the studios by like 5 o'clock this morning. So like I left the house at like 4:15. So I haven't slept. So I'm good, man. I'm ready to go.
You have a nap scheduled, right?
Yeah, I do have one nap scheduled. Yeah,
you got it.
I got to make sure I bring it tonight, Trevor. I got to make sure I bring it tonight to that game.
You do. You need to bring it tonight. That is your job. You have a job, and it is to bring it tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
So Ben, I assume that you and I are pretty close in age. In our 30s, is that right?
That's correct. I'm 32 years old, my friend.
Yeah. So I'm 38, and my co-host John Anderson, who is overseas helping host the Olympics right now.
What a beast, huh?
Yeah. Bummer, huh? Hopefully he gets the Buck game over there somewhere.
Yeah, no kidding.
He rips on me all the time because you and I weren't around in 71 and 74 when the Bucks did this last time, but it doesn't take you long to do a little research and figure out that this is the first time in Bucks history that we've hosted a Game 6. Game 6 was in Boston in 1974, and there was no Game 6 in 71. So as a lifelong Wisconsinite like yourself, I mean, this is a major moment. How do you feel knowing that nerves definitely play a role in this?
Yeah, I'm man, I've been honored this whole time. I mean, the thing that I always like to portray to people is that I'm a singer, yes, but I'm a huge Bucks fan. And so this whole thing has just been like, it's been like the coolest experience of my entire life. And so John's right in the sense that I wasn't around during the 70s when this all happened before. And so this is the first experience of my life, and I'm sure yours too, where we feel like we're a part of this history. You know, it's been 50 years, that's a long time. So like the fact that we could be here and be anywhere involved in this is just, oh my gosh, it's so surreal. And I'm nervous for tonight, but a lot of it is just like nervous energy. You know what I mean? I'm really excited, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
So, that's awesome. And what else is awesome is you're from Wisconsin. I mean, you are a through and through Wisconsinite. Where were you born and raised, Ben?
So I grew up in like the Pewaukee and Heartland area, and then I actually met my wife is from Sheboygan. I met her doing some music in my past, and then I went to school in Chicago for college, and then I came right back to Wisconsin because I just love it here. This is my place. This is where I belong.
This is my place. These are my people. I completely agree.
Right.
How did this whole national anthem? I mean, clearly you have the pipes for the role, right? How did this all shake out for you over the years?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, 6 years ago, I tried out. You have to try out for the Bucks national anthem. They have a tryout every year, and I think they get they get a lot of people to try out. Let's face it, it's a big team. So I tried out about 6 years ago when it was the Bradley Center, and I tried out, and it went pretty well. I mean, I probably wasn't as confident back then as I am doing it now, but I tried out, and they called me a couple of weeks later and kind of gave me a little bit of a lower excitement type game, just because obviously it's my first one, and I thought it went pretty well, and they literally called me like the next day and were asking me to do games ever since. And so now here I am. And that first year I did it, it was when the Bucks like had won like 13 games all year. So it's been a wild ride.
Yeah. And you're doing Brewers too?
Yeah. I do Brewers and Bucks, and I'm working on the Packers. I'm hoping to get out there. I'm hoping that this exposure will let it happen.
Let's make it happen. That would be
amazing. I know, that's the hope. I think I've gotten a couple connections through this stuff that I think there's a possibility. Nothing's on the books yet, though. I'm not going to say that because it's not. But I think once this run is over for the Bucks, I'm going to press on that pretty hard and see what can happen.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So, how many times have you sang the national anthem today?
Oh gosh, today I've probably done it about 5 times, 6, 7 times already, I think.
Yeah, it is literally 8:01 on Bucks in 6 day, and you have sang the national anthem 5 or 6 times already. That's incredible.
It's been great though, man. I can't complain. I'm very happy to be in the position though.
Yeah, it's really cool to see a guy like you, again, born and raised in Wisconsin. I actually grew up in Johnson Creek. So
oh yeah, I was going to ask you. Okay, cool.
In my homeland down
there.
Yeah,
that's a great area though. That's awesome.
Yeah, the Outlet Mall put us on the map.
Yeah, the Outlet Mall.
Johnson Creek.
That's why my wife goes there all the time. You know, I don't. You won't see me out there.
That's awesome. Benny, I know it's all glory to God, right? So yeah. I mean, where does your mind land with? How do you manage all of this going on?
Yeah, I'm a Christian guy. I grew up in the church, and so I sort of to manage it. I have a very good support system. I have a wonderful wife. I have 3 wonderful kids. They're young though, so I think they support me, but they're more like they keep me on my toes. And I have 2 great parents that have helped me the whole way. And honestly, that's who I lean on in these times. Let's face it. I mean, tonight's a big deal. There's going to be 80,000 plus people watching my anthem, and I'm not sure if it's going to be on TV yet. I never know until I get there. But there's going to be all these people watching it for it's the biggest concert basically in Milwaukee history, and it's like I'm going to be the singer. So it's like it's a lot to process, but at the same time, there's a lot of prayer that goes into it. There's a lot of support that goes into it from my family and my friends. And I can honestly say that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that, because this is a lot for anybody to take in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot to manage. That's kind of what I was getting at. Well, and it's not lost on me, man, that this song that you're singing tonight was accidentally dividing people over the last year. And here's a guy from Wisconsin with talents that are God-given that is uniting us as a state and a region and hopefully a country when it needs it most. So I fully recognize that. I hope you do.
Yeah, too. I've never heard it said like that. And I really like that you said that. I've never heard it said like that. I've heard a lot of questions because I've been doing a lot of, let's face it, I've been doing a lot of media. A lot of people have been asking me questions. And one of the questions I get the most is like, how do you feel about the national anthem? It's obviously a divided song, and a lot of people are offended by it or not offended by it or don't want to hear any indulgence or whatever. And I give some kind of a similar answer every time, because I am a guy that really supports armed forces, and I really have a big respect for veterans. And so basically, this song kind of means something to me in that way. And so the fact that you bring that up about like, hey, this is bringing a city together, because it has sort of been a little bit of a cult hero feel with me, singing the national anthem, Good Luck Charm, all that kind of stuff, to kind of put a different spin on the national anthem as being more of a positive thing in this situation. I think that's a really good point, Trevor. That's a really good point you bring up. I really like that a lot.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy to share it.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier for you as a fellow Statriot of Wisconsin. I'm overjoyed, man, that it's you. I really am.
Thank you so much, man.
In the audience. Like, it's not that there isn't other people around. You're the best. You're the choice. Take it and run with it, brother.
Yeah, I had so my boss with the Bucks, who's had my back, his name's Johnny. He's fantastic. He's sort of the one who's been sort of vying for me this whole time, which is just amazing to me. But when the finals started, the NBA was basically like, "Hey, are you gonna bring in a celebrity?" And he's like, "We got our guy." He said, "We got our guy," and he stuck with me. And I don't want to put anybody out there or anything like that, but I know that Sheryl Crow asked to sing it, and he basically said that we got our guy. So I mean, the fact that they did that for me is pretty incredible.
Wow, that's
And,
awesome.
isn't that crazy?
Hey, so listen, I know that your vocals are warmed up. I've been stalking you all morning on Twitter. Can you give Inside Wisconsin and a home of the brave, go Bucks?
Yes, I absolutely can. Only for you, though. Only for you.
It's only just me and you. That's it. That's all that's here.
No, it's for everybody. But I'm doing it. But I got your back. Don't worry.
Thanks.
All right, sure. Let's try it. And the home of the brave, go Bucks!
Shut up and sit down.
I promise every single episode will be all about us, the people, the stories, and the statriotism of America's Dairyland. Whether it's a guy that's got golden pipes like Ben Tajnai or a conversation about Wisconsin weather with Mark and Luke, it is all about us. And I hope you are experiencing joy just as much as we're having joy bringing it to you. Listen, InsideWisconsin.com is the website. You're here on one of our social channels, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and of course on YouTube. Don't forget to click that subscribe button here on YouTube as well. We're grateful. We're grateful to those founding partners that are here with us in this corner, by the way. That's a mirror image I'm looking into. I'll figure this thing out. Yeah, don't worry. It's only episode 10. We got lots of time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. We love you guys. Until next time, as you were, Wisconsin.
Inside Wisconsin is brought to you by Baycare Clinic, Cobblestone Creek, the University of Wisconsin Platteville, and Mill Home Supper Club.
Shut up and sit down.